Light Up the Darkness has a show. An amazing show it was. But for those of you guys don't know, how did Light Up the Darkness get started? How did you guys come together? I know it's a bit of it's like a family band, but I'm going to quit talking and let you do the talking on that one.
Well, when a mommy and a daddy love each other very much. No, I'm just kidding.
A little further ahead than that.
Well, it wasn't much further ahead than that, honestly, when we started. I was probably 9 when we started playing music together as a family. Honestly, it just worked out that my dad had been in bands, his whole life. God has always called him to music. And he finally got tired of, how it is, you're in a band and you lose this band member and that band member and blah, blah, blah. And he's like, fine, I'm tired of this. I'm raising my own.
Now, see, that always works because if you raise your own family, your band is never going to quit you.
So we started playing together. I don't know. We were playing honestly, it started out that they were playing music and they didn't have anybody to babysit us while they were on stage. So they would just put us on stage and here's a woodblock and a tambourine, make yourself useful, And so the tambourine was our babysitter while we were up there. And then it turned into I think I was 11 when I sang on the first CD. And then we just started, from there. Light Up the Darkness as it is has existed since, October of 2010. Yeah. And we've just been, doing it ever since then. Light Up the Darkness just kind of came out of, that's our job as Christians, to light up the darkness. That's who Jesus is to us, and that's what we should be doing right back. And, well, it's not really from that. I'm getting yelled at from the other band members. They're yelling I Am Legend, the movie, where he's talking about Bob Marley.
Guys, that is a pretty epic movie.
Yeah, it really is. And he's like, well, the moment where he says, light up the darkness, that's actually a direct scripture reference from Corinthians. And it just says it started when God said, light up the darkness. Yeah, 2 Corinthians 4:6. And Christ shone his face bright and beautiful. And that's what we want to do, light up the darkness.
Yeah, that's pretty epic. I mean, as far as names go, I like the names, especially like that. We're just directly derived from something like that. So, so while we're doing this, I wanted to introduce the band to everybody's listening. So those that aren't Light Up the Darkness fans, which maybe you guys are, maybe you guys aren't, but let's kind of go along here, and I'm going to start here, and we'll go around. I like that. That's kind of the family connection too, because I know this is a family band.
The family connection, but I'm a connection as I'm a sister-in-law, a sister-daughter.
Yeah, we'll just So kind of sister and like
How do you do that?
Yeah, and if you don't have a direct family connection, you don't have to.
Yeah,
but so I'm gonna go. You just give me your name and then what you got, which kind you do in the band. And that does include screaming. If that, all right. So go ahead.
Okay, my name is Shannon, and I am the youngest daughter in the band. And I sing lead on one song, I scream, play the bass, and keys.
I'm Randy, and I'm the dad, I'm the boss, and I sing lead on one song and do a lot of moving and jumping around and not playing my guitar right when I'm doing that, but I have fun. What?
Rhythm.
Oh, rhythm. I play rhythm guitar. I play rhythm guitar, and I actually started the band in 1998. So
Not including us.
Not including you guys. They didn't even.
We're not in the 90s.
No, you're not. So, yeah.
I've heard you guys repeatedly say tonight 80s, but
80s was it? Well, you can go back with me, like 60s and then 70s and then 80s.
All three of us but one were born in the 80s.
Yeah. I was born in 1959, by the way.
I wasn't going to go there, but you went there. You went there.
That's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, all right.
Okay, I am Paul. I am the lead guitarist.
I thought you were the melody.
Yeah, I'm the melody guitarist. It's my humbling way of saying lead guitarist because I don't like the term because it sounds like, I don't know. But yeah, I am married to Sammy, which you'll hear about here in a second. That's how I'm related to the band. Everybody else is in-laws. And
there's something we need to know about here.
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Well, dang it, you guys made me lose my track of thought. I scream on a single song, I spin a lot, and I also don't play my guitar sometimes because I'm moving too much. And
I'm not playing.
Yeah,
Wearing it.
it happens. I had something else too, and it's gone. But wait, no, I remember now. And I was born in '87, which is the year that Mega Man came out, by the way.
Somehow, I actually remember that. I wasn't even alive, but I do remember that. Yeah. And, wow.
I'm Sammy. I am the drummer / yes.
The vocalist, which
Yeah, I was getting there. You just stopped me.
no, I was gonna say this was just like that's what stands out to me about the most is the most epicness because if you guys anybody out there plays percussion of any kind, you guys gotta realize how difficult that really is.
I don't think it's difficult. I think
Well,
playing
never mind.
Playing guitar and singing at the same time, that would be difficult to me. My fingers just don't bend like that. I just hit stuff with sticks, and
See,
people think that's
I'm a percussionist, and I try really hard, but then if I start singing, even on like the basic of basic beats, 1, 2, 3, all of a sudden I'm off here and I'm starting it, and then I'm like, oh, wait a second, what's going on here? I can.
Because you're white.
Oh, wait, what
Because
the
I'm white, son.
She's not really white. She's a girl in white. There's a difference.
See, that is true. If you pay attention, like you've paid, like Jen Letter from Skillet, she does kill it, but off subject. Yeah. Yeah. Wow. So, kind of tell me what you guys doing. I know you guys have the EP out there. What are you guys kind of doing from there? Do you guys got anything coming out anytime soon that we need to know about?
Well, we'd like to finish up the album, so if anybody out there has a spare $10,000, we could have, because we don't want to borrow it.
Actually, let me. Oh, never mind.
No, he doesn't have. He has a dime.
Maybe a Kickstarter.
Maybe a Kickstarter. No, I don't know. We're going to see. We're just kind of waiting for God's leading. We know that we're doing this because God wants us to. We're all together in one accord. No, it's not a Honda. And we are knowing that God wants us to do this. So we're just kind of sitting back and watching God work and watching God do what he wants to do with this, and that's what we are. We're just willing and able and obedient.
Awesome. So I kind of like that a lot. That's kind of a cool answer. Some of the things I kind of like to do just kind of, just because it's fun. This is one. There we go. Now, see, that's not fun. That's kind of, that was kind of like a work thing now. So you're kind of doing like these jumping jacks. I'm like, dude, I'm beat. It's been a long day. No, so this is a question you cannot think about. And
Think about it.
first person I'm going to ask, no, it's not. It's very easy, actually. But
Everybody get this code.
literally just go blank, and that's all I'm asking. But this is going to be a very, very quick thing. So it's going to be one go, okay?
No.
You're almost ahead of me now. First random thought that comes to your head, go.
pink.
Lovely.
Roast beef?
I don't like spiders.
I hate pink, by the way.
Hate was in my mind.
You would not believe I've actually heard pink quite a few times that question tonight.
I said pink.
I just interviewed Stealing Silver like literally 10 minutes ago, and one of the guys said pink.
Really?
Pink squirrels, actually. I never would have thought. I was trying to figure that out myself. So, like, what do you guys do for fun outside of music? Just because, like, music. Well, what do I do outside of music? I kind of say I'll start over here again. We'll kind of work your way around. Actually, with this question, whoever has the answer first, we'll go to, and then kind of go from there.
Hobbies or like what do you do for jobs?
Hobbies, more or less, But so, what do you guys do for hobbies? First hand up, we'll go.
I'm probably the most domesticated of all of the group. It's like I like to craft things and make things, and I like to sew and do things like that. Like I make our own laundry soap, and I sew dresses, and I just like to be creative, I guess. I'm not necessarily very good at it, but I like to do it. So like gardening, planting, that kind of stuff.
Crafting is a good word.
Yeah, I guess that's just I'm very domesticated in that sense, but that's some stuff. And sports, love sport. I am Reader's Digest. Reading, I like that a lot. Reading and.
Did you say? I'm going to step away from Reader's Digest. You're going to be talking about that. We're over here right now.
All right, that's all right. Sports. I love sports. We played volleyball our whole lives, just about as long as I've known. Basketball, softball, anything that we can be active in. We're probably the most competitive family you'll ever meet in your entire life.
I beg to differ. I've seen some interesting ones. Anyways.
Bring it on. All I got to say is don't ever tell a Meredith, but that's my maiden name, don't ever tell a Meredith you can't do something. We will kill ourselves proving that we can. So that's probably... Bring it. How about I kill you if I can't? No.
Shutting up.
Exactly. Remember that whole deal we talked about, the whole drumming and singing thing? You can't drum and sing, you're a girl.
I never said that. I said it's just amazing. No. You don't. Please understand. I was saying it was amazing. I was commending on your talent. I'm not saying that it's impossible here. Excuse me.
Okay, move on because I could talk all freaking day. Talk to.
I'm talking anyways. I'm controlling things here. Now, because I wasn't ready to go on yet. Because see, I was actually trying to go back again because you were talking about creative and stuff. Did you have anything to do with all the stage like clothing and design and all that?
Okay, I'll tell you how that kind of came about. Is that we were sitting in our RV and really just had talked to our producer, and he was like, really not.
Travis Wyrick,
yeah, we love him. He was like, he goes, your look does not fit what your music is, and we're like, well, what does that mean? And he kind of chewed our butts a little bit, but what?
Okay, I'm going to tell you what he actually told us. His exact words were, your guys' look is not, you're not shooting yourself in the foot, you're shooting yourself in the face with your appearance on stage.
So we didn't want to do something, and just be like, well, we're doing this just to get attention. Like, we wanted it to have meaning and purpose behind what we do. So
if you're saying there's meaning, but like, when we look at this, what are you representing here? With
okay,
this?
there are two or three different things that this specifically represents that we have talked about. Number one, you'll notice that our outfits are all black and white. Because God is not the author of confusion. In His world, things are either black or white. There are never gray areas. So for us as Christians to be either black or white, you're on one side or you're not. You're either for God or you're against Him. Also, the fact that we are all kind of like dressed up like as Christians, we are all the bride of Christ and like need to be prepared for that. And the Bible says we need to be ready at any moment to go. And so this is like if you were to go to a wedding, like you obviously wouldn't be dressed in like jeans and a t-shirt, you know what I mean? So it's all right, dude, we got time. But so we wear evening gowns, and we wanted to focus on like the family chick thing without being like pink and purple. No, ignore the dancing. They're white too. It's all right.
I know, that was the most amazing thing ever. Anyway.
I don't know if amazing is the word I'd use, but we didn't want to be like, oh, we're a chick band and focus on like the pink and purple, and I would love to do that, but they're kind of anti that idea.
I kind of am on that side, but
bring them to the dark side, baby. So that's where we kind of went, with doing the whole formal thing that, it has a meaning behind what we do. It's not just hey, we wanted to wear strange stuff on stage and say we can play the drums in evening gowns,
Yeah.
So.
Which I was going to say, I'm not crazy. You were wearing a dress, playing drums.
Yeah.
You do not see that. I've never seen it before. In fact, that's the whole thing is, I'm sitting here, I'm watching. You're playing a dress. You're wearing a dress. You're wearing a
dress. I do play it sometimes.
There are some crazy things, but so you're wearing a dress, you're singing lead vocals, and you're playing drums as a heavy hard rock drummer. You do not see that. You've combined many different things. I've seen female singers playing drums. I've seen lead singers playing drums, but I've never seen a drummer wearing a dress, singing lead and playing hard rock all at the same time. And that is what makes it so epic.
Yay.
So you've made the epic list for the day.
Thank you.
All right. So.
No, we forgot the question.
Hobbies.
I remember.
Hobbies. Okay. I like to sew. I'm just kidding. No.
I've seen some weird things that wouldn't surprise me.
Actually, besides playing guitar, obviously.
Tell them about your 2-day and $25.
Shut up, Randy.
Apple pie.
I like to cook, and let me explain this. It was not 2 days.
It was
Okay. I do like to cook. I watch a lot of Food Network. I'm a huge fan of the show Good Eats, if anybody knows what that is.
With Alton
Good
Barone.
Eats.
But nonetheless, I was following a recipe, and the part of the recipe was to make the dough the night before. So they told me it took 2 days, but in reality, I just made the dough for the pie the night before, and then it took me like an hour or so the next day. So they blew it out of proportion because they like to.
I'm sorry. Random thought. I love the yeast socks. I just love the yeast socks. And Good Eats.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
I know you're talking.
Oh, the
I know you're
socks.
talking
I
about.
was like, what?
The
It's been a little
what?
while because we haven't had cable for a while, but yes, I know exactly.
The Good Eats socks. The yeast is just amazing. It's like this weird little thing that just kind of. Sorry, humor.
It's like if you haven't seen Good Eats, it's like Bill Nye the Science Guy meets a cooking show. and it's a very amusing show. But
A little bit.
yeah.
The look on that face was amazing at that moment.
I had one more thought. One more thought. Sorry. There's a purpose behind this. I also skateboard, and the reason I'm saying this is actually Light Up the Darkness. We're working with a Christian skateboard company out of Florida called Wisdom Skateboards, and they just made a deck for us. So if any of you are interested in that, hit up lightupthedarkness.com, and if there's any skaters out there, we got a skateboard deck. So
I wish I skateboarded now.
Go ahead. What we got?
I'd like to. No, shh, my turn. You had your time.
This microphone can move. Do it again.
Nope.
All right. Do not do that if you do not want that.
That's right. I like to. I used to be a trained assassin, and I like to kill people. Just kind of like I'd be like up on the roof up there and just jump down on somebody. And no, I don't.
We have the first here. I've never heard of a Christian guitar player. Dude, I'm a trained assassin. Do not mess with me. You just said the wrong thing.
Well, it's kind of funny because actually what my hobby used to be was martial arts. And I was in martial arts for a lot of years. And I love to do that, but I'm getting old. I mean, I won't hurt you. I won't hurt you on accident. And but I really just like to do nothing. I mean, because we go and we go and we go.
Amen.
I have a man climber, and we call it that because you get in. It's got like a cooler over here. You got butt massage, back massage, and heat. So I just sit in that thing, recline.
The butt massage is awkward. I'm just going to go ahead and say
it is.
that.
I'm going to say that was kind of, if you would have just said back massage, I think we all kind of got the idea. But we had, the butt thing is the big thing.
But for me, I love.
Anyways, this is getting off.
My hobby really is music. It always has been ever since I was a little kid. So I really do enjoy just sitting back playing guitar.
Sorry, random thought, but we had somebody just played a disappearing act, and we are now lost Sammy here. That was amazing.
She does that once in a while. It's women, I would probably get a lot of calls on that one. But that's no, really.
The phone number is
phone number is BR549. If you hee-haw, anybody
hate mail,
remembers
please,
hee-haw.
send to lutdband@gmail.com.
LUTD band 417-555-5555. I guess. Anyway, I just really enjoy not doing anything because we do all the time. We go. So really
nothing is amazing. I tell you what, that is the most amazing thing. I work for a living.
next. Hold it. I like Nacho Libre, and I like doing lines from Nacho Libre.
Nacho!
Nacho!
Get that corn out of my face.
Get that corn on my. Anyway.
My hobbies, let's see, I love reading and I do a lot of writing on the side. I also love cooking. I do a lot of gluten-free cooking, which you kind of got to do like a transposing. What?
They will think you are a floozy.
I think the person I want to eat food from is this one over here. I'm liking where he's going with that. Yeah, sorry, nothing offensive.
Anyways, I'm good at cooking corn.
Get that corn off my face.
Exactly. Anyways, I like cooking. I do like doing a lot of art. Do a lot of that. Other than that, I mean, like him, I like to just go home and chill. Movies. My dad and I, we are movie fanatics. New movies come out, we're on top of it. So we can tell you everything about a movie coming out. So, yep.
Clean movies.
Yeah.
Clean.
Make that. Yeah, there's a definition on that. We're gonna stop there. You're gonna miss a lot if you're not here.
I have a kid. I have a 2-year-old daughter.
The kid can come in here. I don't care.
No, she doesn't. She talks more than I do. That's the same
So I like it. That's just kind of, you guys kind of have a little bit of just relax and snore people and stuff. But like to chill. I love it. So what do you guys? I know I heard an interesting response to this one already, but this was before we even started, so we're gonna hear this again. But what do you guys listen to? I mean, because when you listen to a band, you hear a lot of different things. Band always, 99% of the bands. Well, I'm not. That's a low exaggeration, but like a lot of bands have a unique sound, something that sets them apart from everybody else. You guys have this unique style going on here. It's a hard rock group that's just it's like half.
I like to call it scrap metal.
I love that. I remember that. That actually is I like that genre. That will become popular now. But it's a very unique. It's like hard rock and it's metal and it's kind of like that perfect. Nice. Can you do that screaming of that? It's like kind of like your stage scream that out.
I don't know if I can do it. I'm not.
All right. Sorry, wrong person. Wrong person. Over here. Come here.
I don't scream off stage.
You have 30 people out here listening. There's speakers everywhere.
There are people. There are 4 people.
Police might come running thinking like we're stealing her bag or something. I don't know.
That would make the interview right there. No, all right, we'll get to that in a second. But so, because you guys got a unique sound, and usually what's going to happen is each person brings a unique style to the table. So where this is going is what kind of stuff do you listen to that kind of influences you? Now, I've heard some interesting answers to this one already, and from you guys already. But what do you guys kind of listen to? Just what this is going to be kind of a two thing. One, what influences you, but what do you just listen to? Period. What's your favorite stuff? But what kind of influences you as an artist? And I've heard some interesting stuff. I've heard some of the heaviest hard rock guys say, "Dude, I'm a sucker for classic and jazz." Or, "Dude, I love me some Brad Paisley." I'm like, "Oh no."
Get out.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that's me. I'm with you on that one. But anyways. So I guess I'll start here unless anybody else wants to go, but unless you're not ready.
A lot of my influences, because I actually started out playing piano. I just got the bass thrust on me about a year and a half ago or so. I really loved my influences were the Fray and Lifehouse, and I love classical. That's a big thing for me. But really, literally, like all I would listen to was the Fray and Lifehouse, like all the time, and Toby Mac, yeah.
I'm sorry. Anybody who's played Christian music for any number of years has got Toby Mac in them somewhere. Whether it's back from the DC Talk DC Talk.
He knows.
Okay, DC Talk. See, if I said DC Talk, I'm like, oh yeah, okay, all right. There you go. All right.
But some other for the influences, not just for piano, but for the band as a whole, would be Fireflight, Disciple. I actually.
So I'm gonna stop there. I'm sitting here. She says Fireflight. I look over to the guy here. He's like, he's got Fireflight on his hat, and he says, I really don't like them. It's just,
Well, let me fix that. It's not that I don't really like them. I do like Fireflight. I like their music, and I like what they stand for. But I'm a metalhead, so we'll get to that later.
We're coming your way. So, but I just had to interrupt because I just heard this random stuff.
Yeah.
But
I do enjoy metal, but I don't actually like to listen to it very often. It's very rare. I do like the slower, easier stuff. The other people, like for the band, Wise, I was listing Fireflight, Flyleaf, Disciple was a really big one. That's actually I learned how to scream from him, practicing to Kevin. They're actually good friends of ours, and actually we watched one of their shows. I was about 11 the first time I screamed, and it was at one of their shows in Albuquerque, New Mexico.
I don't know if that was hard for somebody trying to scream.
Well, I don't think that person's supposed to be riding on the grill.
Yeah. All right.
Here we go.
Here we go. All right, start the dance party. Here we go. Now, so we got a little bit of race going on. We got a drag race going on.
Not even joking.
Yeah, we got like this major music thing going on. Oh my goodness. I don't know. Now, squeaky brakes and parallel parking and a hip hop racer. Anyways.
And my dad. That's my biggest influence is my dad. So, well, and God, of course.
Well, yeah.
That's
kind of like everybody's answer generally. God is my number one.
Yep.
Yeah,
Well,
we all,
that's a
we
given.
know that. That's the given. But
Yep.
all right, boss man, what we got?
Dude, man, I started in the 50s, so
Oh, Buddy Rich.
no. No, really, way back in the day, it'd be like John Denver. I really used to love John Denver and just listen to his music. I know. But he was a great guitar player and a great songwriter. As I got into Christian music, I listened to way back in the day, Styx, Kansas, Foreigner, Bon Jovi, and all of those.
Yeah.
I went through the 80s, went through the 90s, finally figured out that most of that junk music was just putting junk in my ears and garbage in my ears, so I started listening to strictly Christian music. Eli was a huge influence. He was a acoustic writer and stuff, but Disciple was very huge with us, and like I said, Kevin's a good friend of ours, and
Amazing.
yeah, they're just awesome. Stephen Curtis Chapman. I mean, it just goes from there. But I really don't listen to a lot of music.
Yeah.
I mean, I really don't, because I do a lot of the basic writing for the band. So I don't want to be influenced by anything, because if I do, then I come up with these chords and stuff that everybody's already done, and it sounds like somebody else.
Yeah, and see, that's something I pick up is like, most of the time I don't hear that answer, but I do hear that every so often. Somebody's like, when we go into writing mode, we do not listen to anything at all. We just completely turn off all our music. We just open up the Bibles and we just go from there. We do not, and I hear that a lot, but I love hearing that, because to me that kind of inspires that original sound. So.
And not to be cliche in any way, shape, or form, but the Bible really does influence us as far as lyrics go. The song that I sing, "Take Me Away," is completely just lines out of Job, and one song that she does is out of Psalms, I think. Some of the stuff that she does. I mean, the Bible is our influence, and Jesus has done so much for us that we just want to tell people, say, hey, you can still do this kind of music and go crazy on stage. Christians can have fun, and we can go crazy and scream, as long as you're screaming the right thing. So that's my answer.
Metalhead, I've already heard some of this stuff, but I mean, come on, bring it.
I am the resident metalhead of the band. Yeah, thanks, Randy. He just knocked my head, by the way. Actually, much like Randy, I started out listening to a lot of stuff like Kansas and like Aussie stuff back when I started, but then God called me to listen to just Christian music, and I listened to a lot of like As They Dine, War of Ages, In the Midst of Lions. Let me think here. Hope for the Dying and The Burial. Those guys, if you've not heard that kind of metal, technical, they're really talented. But I actually have a huge soft spot for Jimmy Needham. So if anybody knows who Jimmy Needham is, I love Jimmy Needham, The Chariot. I mean, I'm really open to everything. So
if anybody's got his phone number, please pass that along. Just kidding. No, but
what, Jimmy Needham's? Yeah, me too. That guy's awesome. But I mean, his guitar work, and my daughter is poking me in the mouth. She clamps up. But yeah, that's pretty much mostly metal. Flyleaf actually is a huge influence on me. I lived in Belton, Texas for 5 years, and I happened to live there when they were a local band. They were known as Passerby at the time. And
random thought, nobody knew.
Yeah. So they actually, believe it or not, the reason I picked up guitar, I watched them when they were a local band. Like, they just got started. I watched them do a local battle of the bands, and I went to every one of their shows while I lived in Texas. And there's my daughter.
Yeah? Yeah?
And then I moved. Then I moved to Missouri, and I was in Walmart, and all of a sudden I saw a CD. It said Flyleaf on it. I'm like, I know they changed your name, but there's no way that there's CDs in Walmart. Next thing I know, they go huge out of nowhere. So they are the reason I picked up guitar. So love those guys. Big influence. Ironically, now I'm in a Christian female-fronted rock band. So what do you know? God works in awesome, mysterious ways.
Amazing.
For me, I would say like a lot of my big influence, especially when I first started, Jennifer Knapp was a huge. I know, right? Like, didn't expect that, did you? The way I listen to music is I'm very strange. Like, I'm either obsessed with a band or they're okay. Like, I don't have like a medium ground where I'm like, yeah, pop that CD in. Like, I'm either obsessed, like one way or the other, hot or cold. So current obsessions, Moped. Current obsessions are...
anybody who's listening to Moped is Epic, and I thought that was a pogo stick, but I think he was trying to start it. Anybody who knows mopeds knows how hard those things are to start. Anyways.
Rabbit Trail. Anyway, current obsessions musically. Sent by Ravens, may they rest in peace. And Oh Sleeper. And...
surprise.
I know, right? Jimmy Needham is huge for me. His lyric content just blows my mind. Yes? They can't hear you.
So, you guys are out here on the outside. What's it like to be on the outside of this whole world right now?
It's awkward, I'm not going to lie. My daughter thinks that dog is a panda, so that's pretty strange.
So this is what it's like. All right, so just so you guys know, what happened is he stepped on the outside of the world, and the daughter thought the dog was a panda, which in this when you're outside of the world, that dog could be a panda.
Things look like pandas outside of the world. It's crazy.
So we're going to go step back inside the world and continue the interview. So while you're conversing. We actually stepped outside the world. It's amazing.
Oh, did you?
Anyways.
It's beautiful out there, isn't it? I heard you saw a panda dog.
So strange.
I know. New things happen all the time. Okay, so Jimmy Needham. I'm also a big fan of recently Protest is good friends of ours.
Protest. Go check them out. The
Yeah,
Protest.
they're getting ready to release a new CD.
We have an endorsement.
Yeah, we love those guys. Sweetest guys that you will ever meet, and they are incredible musicians. They're getting ready to release a new CD on August 24th. It's fantastic. It's
Insert fancy cool graphic now.
Yes, The Protest. Look them up. They're incredible. But anyway, they're my current music obsession, and my CD player can't take them out. Flyleaf's last CD, Memento Mori, was also really influential as far as her vocal control and things like that. But yeah, those are some big influences for me. Also, as far as like stage shows, some things that have been really influential for us as a band. Red is huge. If you haven't seen them within the past, yeah, seriously, like the past 3 or 4 months, if you have not seen them, they've completely changed their stage show. It's
Feed the machine.
incredible. Yeah, not even kidding, dude. You think we wear stage get-ups?
Oh
Good
my
night.
goodness! Like if you've ever watched the Feed the Machine music video, that machine is basically their entire stage.
Yeah. Not to mention, there's so many pyrotechnics. Like, I think they just catch the stage on fire and then just play. Like, I think that's what they do.
It looks like it, which is just amazing.
Like, Skillet used to blow my mind because I was like, they've got so much production to their stage. It's awesome. And then I saw Red, and I'm like, well, Skillet, you need to step it up a notch because Red has kicked your booty. So,
oh, boy.
Yeah, but it's fantastic. It just makes me go, rock and roll is still alive when I see the entertainment package. And that's kind of what we go for. You know, like, we don't want to just show up and play our CD for you. You know, like, we want it to show up and be an entertainment experience.
Yeah,
Because anybody can play stuff off of the CD, but, you know.
Yeah, you want to make it fun. Yeah, exactly.
We want them to remember Jesus, and I guess the best way to do that is be freaks on stage.
Awesome.
So,
I want to get everybody up here real quick. This is a real, I love throwing random things out there because you never know what's going to happen. I did this, this is going to be the second time I've ever done this, and it was fun earlier, and I want to see what you guys come up with.
I'm holding my breath.
All right. Unfortunately, nobody could see that. I wish we could, but all right. So we're gonna throw some out there. I just did this before. This moped. Yeah, no, actually, I'll tell you in a second.
I have a question. Somebody answer this for me, because how come people can ride scooters and not wear helmets, and motorcycles have to wear helmets?
Because actually, in the state of Missouri, they're considered motorized bicycles.
I know. Well, that's dumb.
It is. Trust me, I ride them. I understand. But in the state of Missouri, it's law. Anyway, they need to fix that. Anyways, so just throwing that out there. But I did this on the last interview I did, and I want to try this again because it was kind of fun. I've seen they did something completely amazing. But I want you guys to play something for me. You have no instruments, but give me some music here. Come on.
Like singing or?
Singing, just because they did an acapella song. What you guys got? Come on, you guys show them up.
What
you guys got?
song?
Yeah. Let's do
I just won't be singing.
it as well.
You could throw a little scream at
we'll
the
sing.
end.
Ready? No. This is going to blow your mind when we're actually going to sing. You ready for
This
this?
would be awesome.
Okay, ready? When peace like a river attended my way, and when sorrows like sea billows roll, whatever my lot, thou hast taught me to say, it is well, it is well with my soul, it is well, it is well with my soul, with my soul, it is well, it is well with my soul.
That is why I like doing that, because you just don't know what you're going to expect. I mean, and sometimes you really... Come on, throw it out there. Give me some.
He's got nothing.
Growl.
I was like, I got another.
I got it. Meow.
That is the most hardcore thing I've had yet. That is amazing. Oh, that was your fault. I'm gonna blame that on you. That no.
She wanted to come
Kitty,
to
and now
me.
there's no kitty.
It's the cat. It's the cat, man. There's a rat, but so one of my other things is like, how does God play a part in this group? How is that? And that's a big question too. But
How does he not play a part in this group? He is everything. Without him, there would be no group, honestly. And I mean, I know that might be a cliche answer, but literally it comes down to it. Money-wise, job-wise, anything. I mean, when it comes down to it, everything we have to take care of, if it wasn't for God and him controlling it all, there would be no band.
simple answer, beautiful answer. That's the way it really comes down to. And so we're going to get on that last important question that I always ask. And if you've listened, anybody out there's listened to many interviews before, you guys know this question. This is it, guys. This is your last moment on this planet. Everybody's gone. Everybody's gone. What is the most important thing you guys could say to anybody listening to this right now? And I'm going to go one by one. We'll go through this. I'll start down here. And this is my thing is because I want to show people that you guys are listening to some of the most amazing people who have a real heart for the ministry, who really care about you people who are listening, because you guys are really important to any band out there. These fans are the most important thing, but these guys, they don't just care about playing music, they care about you. That's the big thing is they love music and everything, but they care about you. And this is going to be their way of telling you guys that. And so we'll go ahead and start.
One thing I do believe is that God gives us the words in that specific moment. A lot of times it'll be a few seconds before something gets ready to happen, and you're like, what do I say? And out of nowhere, God will, give you what you need to say. But for right now, if it were the world ending and, people, and I was wanting people to, to understand, I would say it's worthless. What you are doing, what you think is the most important thing in life right now, it's not. And everything that you've gone, if you're not a Christian or if you've, gone through life doing everything that you want to do, you're missing it. God had a plan for you. He wanted something for you specific, and like it says in Ecclesiastes, it's all smoke. You go through life and all this stuff that you think is just so important, and you just completely consume your life with it, I know a lot of girls from the college that I work at, they make their life about always going out and shopping and looking the best and makeup and nails and, hitting the best clubs and getting the best guys, and they're missing the whole point about what life is about. And so when it gets sat down to that last moment, it's the end of the world. What do you have to show for it? Because even those nails or that makeup that you're going to go get doesn't even stay on, it's all temporary. So get something that's worthwhile, because when you get to the last moment, you're going to want something to to show for it.
The Bible says go out in the highways and the byways and compel them to come. And if you know me, I'm kind of a very straightforward, not so much a violent person, but a very physical person. And I hope that you take this in the right way, that I would literally just love to start grabbing people and making them accept Christ. And I say that because I know how important it is, and I know how it's got to be, and they're all laughing because they know I would do that, So I really, that's what I would do if it was the last thing. I'd be going, dude, you got to do this now, or I'm going to punch you in the face. And I mean, I feel that adamant about it. And, a lot of people say, and they have been saying for a lot of years, it's the end times, and these are the last days. And when the last days are, I don't know, but it's not good out there. But there is an urgency that we need to have in our ministry, an urgency not to give in, not to whitewash and water down lyrics. Too many Christian bands are doing that already. If you're doing that, if you're a Christian band out there, quit it. We need to just be out front with our faith. And if that's not the way we can be, if people tell us to be quiet, I can't, because God is inside me and Jesus saved me, and I want everybody to do that. So that's what I would do. I would be to run around punching people in the face, making them become Christians. That's just me.
Bible thumper, here we are.
Pew jumper.
Pew jumper, I love it.
but it's a holy punch. I think it was great with a holy kiss, not a holy punch, but whatever. What I would have to say, which that's a hard one.
He gave you time.
Yeah, I know. He gave me plenty.
I did warn you.
Oh yeah, I'll get straight to the point. God came in the flesh and died the most gruesome death as a sacrifice willingly for you, and that there's literally you can't get too far away from God. I hear that so often. I talk to people like, I've had friends come to church and then they stop coming. I'm like, why you stop coming? It's like, well, man, I'm just too far from God. I gotta get some stuff, fixed in my life. I'm like, no, you don't get it. You can't fix it on your own. And so it's really, I guess it's two things. One, you can't get too far away from God for him to take you back. I mean, if anybody knows the story of the conversion of Saul to Paul, I mean, the guy was basically going out to have Christians murdered. And then God got a hold of him, changed him from Saul to Paul, and he wrote like 2/3 of the New Testament. So, I mean, he helped establish much of the Christian church. So, like that guy, seriously, I mean, you cannot get too far away from God. And also, you can't fix things by yourself. Seriously, there is no fixing the things in your life without God. It's just that simple, man. I've tried it. I tried doing music for God, and for myself, and it didn't work. I couldn't even, you can ask my mom. I'd write guitar parts, and they were obnoxious. It wasn't until I gave it to God, and I started letting God fix me before I got fixed. I couldn't fix myself, so.
There's no, honestly, we answer this question hypothetically, but honestly, there's no guarantee that you will even have time to publish this interview. There's no guarantee that if you're listening to this interview, it won't be the last thing you hear. And not to be all, fire and brimstone, it's the end of the world, you may not live till tomorrow, like cliche kind of deal. But honestly, like, we're not even promised tomorrow at all. We've got today, we need to relish in that. But that being said, if I had not even a crowd, but just one person standing in front of me, and I knew without a shadow of a doubt that this was the last moments that we had here on earth, and I didn't know their hearts, to me, the question would be, do you know Jesus? Like, not just do you know who Jesus is, but do you legitimately know him? Like, have an intimate relationship with him? Like, it's not about religion at all. Religion is a label that people put on stuff that they made up and want to believe in. Christianity is real. It's the truth. It is the saving grace that we have through Jesus Christ. And depending on what their answer to that question was, my response would be, simply this. And as cliche as it is, it's cliche for a reason, because it works and it's powerful. That God so loved the world that he gave his one and only Son, that whoever believes in him would not die but would have everlasting life. In that moment, I think that those words would mean just a little bit more if you knew that, listen, right now you don't have to die. Like, you could live forever. Like, you just have to understand and open your eyes to the fact that this is the truth. That's what I think I would have to say. Probably a million things more, because I'm not a small talker.
Yeah. But no, and my biggest thing is I love asking that question, because you really see the heart of every single person I just talked to. That is really, if you break down everything, you just forget the music, you forget everything that happens.
That's the whole reason we play music.
Yeah, this is the heart of every single person I talk to. That's what it is. This is what they really want to communicate to you guys. At every show you go to, this is what they're trying to get to you. If you just listen, talk to them, just do this interview, you can tell even elements of their show is trying to communicate this. And I really appreciate you guys doing this. Taking the time out, because you guys came a long ways to come up here and stuff, and I really appreciate you guys taking time out and missing Project 86, which is just amazing, but coming in here and doing this for me, because I want to show people that you guys are amazing people, and this is an amazing group that if you have not checked this band out, please do so. They're all, you can find them on the internet, and please do that. And while you're sitting here at your computer watching us on our website, go up, over, click new tab, and go to
lightupthedarkness.com. It's got links to everything else you could ever want.
Facebook, Twitter, MySpace, if you still use that dinosaur.
Sorry, Justin Timberlake. I think you're still the only one that uses that anymore.
iTunes, Amazon MP3, it's just,
CD Baby.
Yeah, we have a store. Yeah, it's all there.
Yeah, so whatever you do, while you're listening to me speaking right now, click the new tab button, go to
lightupthedarkness.com.
Why are you still waiting? I told you 2 minutes ago to go up there and click it. Click it now. Thank you. Please check these guys out. These guys are amazing. You can see these guys are all about the ministry. Please, whatever you do that. All right. Thank you guys for taking time out. Christian Music Source and Light Up the Darkness. Thanks, guys.